Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy.
All right, Mom. What are you doing?
I am fishing in Dexter, New York.
So what?
For what? For
So what?
Oh, so what?
What's the big deal?
I haven't been fishing in 5 years. And here I am. I'm out here.
Tell me a fishing story. Tell me one of your stories. Tell me something about Grandpa and you fishing.
The first time I went fishing was at Racket Lake. I was probably about 6. I caught a trout and ran it all the way down the pier. Bounce, 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 all the way. So I didn't know how to reel it in. That's my fishing story.
That's your fishing story?
Yeah.
You're sticking to it?
Other than that,
how big was it?
I don't even remember. It was a fish. I don't remember. Other than that, your grandfather used to tease you guys all the time and do this. And tell you he was warming up his worms. He put a fake worm in his mouth and put it on his line, and you thought he was doing it with real worms.
What about, tell me a family fishing story.
Family fishing story?
Your little brother and your little sister.
I don't know if I have any.
We were all together somewhere. Maybe at Grandma's camp or something.
I don't remember doing much fishing down there. I was little. Tammy's 10 years younger than me, so she wasn't with us a lot. I'm sure she did some with Dad, but not with all of us.
What about your favorite Warren fishing story? Give us your favorite Warren fishing story.
That's easy. Warren brought me over here to Dexter when we were running the store in Watertown and brought me fishing. And I hadn't been fishing in years. And we came over here and we didn't catch a lot, but it was just the idea of being out there. And so it started to get a little bit dark. And he wanted to go home. And I said, no, not yet, not yet. So he finally talked me into leaving. I didn't want to leave. He talked me into leaving. Next time I snuck lanterns into the trunk of the car. So when he said it was time to go home, I went, no, it's not. And I got the lanterns out. The lights weren't on. They had even gone off. It was so late.
So did you catch any fish under those lanterns?
I don't remember. I don't think so. We never had a lot of luck over here at Dexter.
Not always about catching it, is it?
Nope, not at all. It was great just being out there and having the time quiet.
Let me cast that back out, reel that in, and we'll cast it back out. That area right there's something coming up like some old piers or something. Oh. So tell me a fishing story about you and Gia.
Oh. Gia and I used to like to go over. She would take me. I don't even know where we were. By some bridge. Where were we? Do you remember?
Just making sure it's on still. You don't know where you were?
No, she used to take me some bridge outside of Watertown, and we would fish there.
Tighten it up a little, Ma. There you go. Did you catch any fish with Gia?
Yeah.
Who caught the most?
Gia was beating me every time.
Gia outfishes everybody every time.
She's a good little fisherwoman.
Yep.
Of course, I taught her everything she knows, so.
Well, Grandpa did, sorry. Grandpa did have a chance to, so he was there. But I guess, you learned everything you know from him.
Yep. So.
Do you remember the biggest fish you ever caught?
Yeah, it's hanging on my wall in DeWitt.
Well, let's talk about it. Tell us about it.
We went up to, Warren was selling windows for this company, and a guy who was also selling windows had some property up in Nelson, New York. And on this farm property, he had 2 ponds, and he used to stock it with bass. So we went up there, and he very graciously let us go up and fish. Was a fish and return, so we didn't take him home. Till I got this one big one, and he happened to be there. He said, "Take it home." And Warren, one time, he took it and gave it to one of the kids and had it
Excuse me.
taxidermied and put it up on a. He asked me if I wanted it in a frame or if I wanted it in a piece of driftwood. I said I wanted it on driftwood, and he went and got it all done. It took a year to get it done, and he gave it to me for Christmas one year.
Do you remember how big exactly it was?
No, I don't.
The
remember.
length and stuff?
Pretty good size, but I don't remember. I'm not good with that. I don't remember.
I remember seeing it. It's there in the living room. It's
Yeah,
big.
it's still-
It's a big bass. I remember it being in your freezer for a little bit.
Yep.
First, I think, to be honest with you, there's still a fish in your freezer of mine.
I'm not sure if I got rid of that or not.
That was a big one too. But okay, so tell your biggest fish story with me. Do you remember?
Oh my gosh, down in Newark? No, where were we? When you called me and you said you needed
You got something going on there, huh?
something moved. You were at a work site down in Newark? Were you down in Newark?
No.
Where were you?
Sydney.
Okay. And you called me up and
I needed a sawzall.
yep, you needed a tool. And so how, what's that, a couple hours?
Yeah.
So off I went and brought you your tool, and you had talked to somebody down there. You had met somebody down there who had a private pond, and we went down there, and you took me over there, and I caught one of the biggest fish I've ever caught, and that was a catch and return, too, because it was private property.
Big catfish.
Yep.
It's huge. We do have evidence and pictures of all these.
I was going to say there's some pictures about that one somewhere.
But we've got a great story about the one I caught there also. Actually, she caught this one. So here goes the story. So it's out there in the lake, in the pond, and she's like, "It's too heavy. I can't reel it in." So she kind of hands it off to me, and I start reeling it in. When it gets closer to the dock, it goes down and underneath the dock. Do you remember this?
I do remember now.
It goes, and this is no fish story, but it's a great story. It goes down and underneath the dock and around. The docks were made out of telephone poles, remember?
Yep.
Big telephone poles. So it went around the telephone pole, and I'm like, oh my God, it's just going to break it off. It's going to break it off. And bam, it snaps it off. And we're looking at each other like, what? And so the bobber was still on there and the line, obviously. So I reached back. I said, give me that net. She gave me this net she had, and I reached down with the net and somehow got the end of the bobber and got down and reached the string, unwrapped it from the pole, and pulled in this big, big fish.
And the guy that let us fish there told you that he had a...
If we catch the big fish, we have to release them.
Yep.
So I happened to call the guy because we kept catching these big fish. We caught like 4 or 5 of them that day. And I called him and I asked him to come on up. He came up and he took one home for dinner that night, I remember.
Yep, that's right too. I forgot that. Yep, he did.
That was down in Sydney, New York. Before I caught the fish, I had another story where I caught the biggest bass in my life in the same spot. And the guy yelled at me. And then when he found out I was building the church there, he said, hey, why don't you go up to this private pond I got? That's when I called you in. I also had a cat come out of the woods there.
Oh, God, yeah.
Little kitten. Anyway, so there's our fishing stories.
Yep.
Any last words or advice for fisher people, persons for the future?
If you haven't, get somebody to teach you how.
To what? Fish?
To fish. There's nothing better than fishing. You got to have a little patience, and you got to be able to sit still for a little bit. But it's a lot of fun. and you got to take a loved one with you.
Is it always about catching the fish?
No, spending time.
That's why it's called fishing, not catching, right?
Yep, spending time. Look at the stories we have.
All right, thanks, Ma.
You're welcome. Come on, fish.